Hi everyone. So today I really wanted to share ways that you can begin to tune into guidance from your angels, from your spiritual team, from the universe, wherever you want to call it. And I started doing this back many, many years ago, over 10 years ago now. And I started practicing this with things that I had lost. We all lose things, don't we? Car keys, for me, scissors happens a lot. So I remember being in my office back, I think I had my corporate job still then. It was a long, long time ago. And I'd lost a pair of scissors. So the first thing we need to do is ask. Yeah. And the preliminary thing we can do before that is to ask our angels and guides, how do I hear you? How can I connect with you? How can I hear your guidance? Because we all do that in many different ways. I'm going to come on to that in a minute. So I had lost a pair of scissors, and this is how I used to practice. Every time I lost something, I would ask the angels, where are my scissors? And then I would wait. The guidance often doesn't come when you're frantically running around like a headless chicken. Yeah, it tends to not come in that space. Guidance often comes in times of quiet. Often, and I'm not saying you have to go off and meditate, but I often get a lot of ideas and things during meditation when my conscious mind, the chatter, the monkey mind, is a little bit quieter. So what I tend to do is I go off and I do something else, and I think I'll find them in a minute. You've got to have faith. That's another kind of step, that you will hear and you will receive that guidance. I know now that when I lose something, I will find it. And it might not be straight away. It might not be that day. Usually it is. But sometimes it'll be a day or two and I've forgotten that I'm looking for the book or the whatever it is. And then I'll just go into a drawer or something and there it is. And I'll be like, ah. So I always know now that that's going to happen. So we have to have a little bit of faith and have that quiet time. So the first time this happened to me, I lost a pair of scissors, as I've said, and I had a carrier bag attached to a drawer knob, just as a makeshift bin, and I just got this nudge, and it's just that, go and have a look in the bin. It's just something that pops into my head, and I looked in this carrier bag, and there was my scissors. Now I would never have looked in there, because who does that? Yeah. Me. So for me, when I get those little nudges, I can't even describe how it feels. It's just oh, I'll go and look in there. Something pops in where I get some kind of direction. Those little nudges, inklings, whatever you want to call them, and then that's what I follow. But they generally only come when I've just kind of forgotten about it, or I leave it, or I have that quiet space. It's like, the phone call never arrives when you really want it to. It arrives when you nip off and go and forget about it. Yeah, it's that kind of thing. Um, so firstly, it's asking for guidance. Secondly, it's having that quiet space for that message to come. It's not going to come usually when the mind is all over the place and crazy busy thinking about it. And then how does your guidance come? Now, this is different for everyone, and this is where the practice comes in. So for me, it's just like a little, like I said, an inkling, a nudge, a feeling, oh, I've got to go and do that. It can come in many different ways. So you might hear, so I often get a ringing in my ears. And whenever I get that, I think, oh, what have I been thinking? What have I been doing? Because ringing in the ears is often a message as well. So it might be that for you. Notice what you're noticing when you get there. That's what I try and do now over the years. I've tried to just tune into, what was I thinking about then, or what was I doing when I get the ringing. It might be people. So I have learned from my human design, from my 4 transformations, what environments are good environments for me to be at, for the energy to flow, for ease and flow, for me to receive that guidance. And now that I know that, so mine is valleys, which is being in the thick of it. So when I do markets at the weekend, I'm in the thick of it. I generally find one person to have a conversation with. I really connect usually with a person, generally speaking. And that person usually gives me some kind of advice. So this weekend I was at a market. I met a really lovely lady who makes vegan pies and things. And she was telling me of a vegan market. And she was like, you have to do this, a vegan event, vegan show in Manchester. You have to go and do this. So I'm like, so that's what I'm going to go and do. I follow that guidance. Guidance can come from other people. Yeah. Seeing, obviously, some things that, are put in front of you. And I've also mentioned, hearing, any of the senses, it can come in for you. So it's about finding the right way of how you recognize that guidance, how you hear, see, feel, whatever it may be. And if you're not sure, ask the angels, ask them, how is it that I connect with you? Can you show me really clearly how I hear you, how I connect to your guidance? Show me, which way is it? And then and have faith that this, and this connection comes when we do when we do the inner work, when we clear out the resistance, when we let go of all of the things that need to be, heal the things that need to be healed. We do the Reiki, or anything along those lines, when we declutter in all of our holistic ways, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, energetic, we can get, this is my experience. As I've done that over the years, I've got kind of, closer to that guidance, because I've cleared out the junk in the trunk. Yeah, a lot of it. I'll always be doing it. And yeah, so that they are ways in which we all have this ability. So keep clearing out the junk, keep healing your stuff, keep working on all of that. Keep, raising your vibration, doing the things that you love. All of those spiritual practices are ways of raising your vibration. When you raise your vibration, you deepen that connection to your insight. That's been my experience. So keep doing that. The other thing that you can do is ask for a sign. And this is something that I love to do, particularly when I'm looking for direction. Do I do this? What do I do? I ask for a sign. My sign is butterflies. And yes, it's the winter at the moment. So they're here in the summer, but there are many, many drawings of butterflies on things. So I ask for a sign. Can you guide me? Am I on the right direction? Can you show me that this is the right thing for me? And you can pick whatever you want. Mine is a butterfly. Yours could be, an owl, or a red Lamborghini, whatever it may be. You can ask for a sign and just watch what happens. So if you are struggling with something, you're not sure which direction to go, ask for a sign. And believe that they are always, if you could see the team that you have around you, your spiritual team, not only your angels and guides, your guardian angel, ancestors that are all here to help you, you would then believe you're never alone. And they want to help, but you have to ask them. So I would love to know how you get on with this. I would love to know what your sign is. I would love to know ways, I can share tons of ways where I've heard this guidance and I'm always like, oh my God, that is amazing. I'd love to know yours. Pop it in the comments below, hit reply on if you're on the blog, and let me know. But this is a really great way for you to begin to tune into that guidance and help you find things, which is always useful. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.